Mercedes-Benz are rumoured to be discontinuing the A-Class. The Pope has just bought a brand new custom G-Wagon. The CLA is also on track for a spring launch in 2025. And there's a few more rumours that I've seen online lurking around on the internet about Mercedes-Benz in 2025. All this and much, much more. Let's get into it. It is that time of year again, guys. Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you have an awesome new year, and hopefully by now you've done all of your Christmas shopping. I'm kind of lacking in that department right now because I had to make this video for you guys. Anyway, how are you all doing? 2024, where has this year gone? I just don't know where it's gone because we're about to go into 2025 and that's just a crazy fact in itself. This year alone, I've made at least 80 videos. It's either 79, 80, or if you include this one, 81. It's around that anyway, but even still, that's more than one a week on average. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, guys, because yeah, I used to upload Friday, 4 o'clock, kind of on the regular, which I still do, but sometimes it gets a bit busy and I just need to upload another video, so I'd hate for you to miss out. At the time of making this video right now, 11.2 million views this year alone, and the subscribers this year, 37.1 thousand. Just this year. That's crazy, guys. Thank you so much for everyone who's watching, and huge shout out to the members who have joined. They get to see some cool behind the scenes content that isn't shown publicly, and they've even seen the video that's coming out on the 27th already, and let's just say that it's been watched a fair few times. If you don't want to join, don't worry, it'll be out on the 27th at, I haven't decided on the time yet. Normally I do 4. Let me know down below what time I should release it. And for the members, don't you spoil it for anyone else, because I feel like this is going to be a big video. Anyway, let's touch on the news on Mercedes for next year. So first up, we're going to start on the CLA. So I've done a couple of videos recently on the CLA. One was the drivetrain technology, where I was invited out to Mercedes Germany, where I got to experience some of the new things they're working on. And then the other one was, well, halfway up a mountain in Austria. I know, it's a bit random, of all places, but I had a passenger ride in the new CLA with Timu, who is the head of electrical drive systems. But yeah, the tech specs of that car sound pretty cool, and you can see where Mercedes have put all their engineering and design into, so yeah, we'll have to see what that car looks like. That video is worth a watch. I will link it down below and on the pop-up banner up above. However, if you don't want to watch it, here's the key stats that I know. So to summarise, the range is going to be 466 miles. WLTP, which is pretty cool. Of course, this is on the electric version. I don't know too much more about the petrol version that's coming, but again, I'll touch on that hopefully when it comes out. And when it comes to charging on the electric version, 10 minutes of charging will get you 186 miles. That's pretty cool. Now, if you're an electric owner at the moment, you'll know that, well, that's only on certain charging stations. Yes, I get that, but let's not forget, this car is capable of that. So that's pretty cool. I'd imagine most of us will probably do charging at home because it's that much cheaper. But yeah, to get 10 minutes of charging and you get 186 miles, don't think there's many cars out there that can do that. This is due to come out in spring, as far as I'm aware, so I will keep you guys updated. There's also rumours of an SUV version and an AMG version as well of this kind of chassis kind of built up from. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'll touch on more of that when I know some more details. This will of course be announced in spring from the sounds of it, and then the actual cars will be out available for test drives in dealers and that sort of thing about 4, 5, 6 months later. That's traditionally what Mercedes do with new cars. But yeah, it sounds pretty exciting. However, you guys have probably already seen those videos of the CLA, so what about some other news? Well, I saw this recently that the Pope has got a new Popemobile. Yes, he's actually ordered a bespoke custom G-Wagon. It's electric and has had a few bespoke touches. For one, it's had the bench seat replaced. That's the rear seats in the back, to one that swivels, so he can basically address the right-hand side and the left-hand side as they're going down the road. Oh, and if you pay close attention, even look at the hinges. They've actually been relocated, so now the doors open like this. That's quite cool. The one thing I want to know, does that central seat have massage seats? He's missing a trick if it hasn't, because the massage seats in Mercedes are pretty cool. I've tried them before. So yeah, who knows? But yes, it's one of a kind, available in classic pearl white. Now onto the A-Class. Now, I personally have refrained from talking about this and making a video on this just because I'm not one for talking about rumours and that sort of thing too much unless it's factual information, because I like my videos to be as precise as possible. However, this has been going on for a little while. So about 2-3 years ago, there was this rumour going around that Mercedes were removing all of their compact cars, so A-Class, B-Class, CLA, GLA, and I guess GLB as well, and just removing them and just sticking with the premium, high-end, more expensive cars. But this, of course, has turned out to be false, because the new CLA is coming out in, well, being announced in a few months' time. So yeah, that's false. So what does this mean for the A-Class? Well, it's a tricky one, because I've seen these articles out online and, as I said, in magazines where Mercedes were rumoured to be getting rid of the A-Class and just focusing on the premium kind of tier of cars. But since they bring out the new CLA, they might still be doing that. Now, I think initially the end life of the A-Class was scheduled to be for 2024, maybe even 2025. But if the CLA is going to be coming out next year, they might be just postponing that slightly. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. Potentially they could discontinue it and stop it, which would be a real shame, because let's not forget, this is a premium hatchback. This came out in 2018 with these gorgeous dual widescreen displays. I think even then when it came out, I don't think people realised how cool it looks on the inside. In fact, I was even replying to a few comments yesterday on YouTube that just a few of you were looking at the Mercedes A-Class versus the Golf, and the A-Class just stands out. It's a beautiful car, one of the reasons why I bought one. But how do I feel that my car might be discontinued and not have a future model? I don't know. That just inspires me to keep it for longer, because no one else will have one, but who knows. I will keep you guys updated. If I know more going on toward next year, then yeah, I'll make a video about it if it is actually going to be discontinued. There are strong rumours indicating that it will later to 2025 and maybe early 2026. So we will see, but I'll keep you guys in the loop as always. Now on something that's a little bit more kind of upbeat, there's rumours of a CLE 63 AMG. Now the CLE came out, when was it? It would have been a year ago now, around about January time. But since then, Mercedes actually brought out a 53 variant, which I've got to say is very nice. Quite quiet though, as at the time of recording it didn't have an AMG performance exhaust, but I've heard rumours it's coming back, which is great. But that's the thing, a 53 is quite quiet. It's not as loud as a 63. And there are plenty of spy shots online of a CLE 63. Now this doesn't mean it is actually coming out, but the fact it's been reported on multiple times over the past year makes me think it might be. But some of these photos online look really, really cool. Got to try that one out, because I expect that one to have some real AMG growl. Now speaking of cars that are potentially coming out, when I was in Mercedes looking at the CLA drivetrains, a few of you messaged me on Instagram, because I took a few photos from the hotel where I was staying at. They were like, oh, you're going to get some insider photos of the factory and that sort of thing. I don't think you realise how strict Mercedes-Benz are with photos and videos when you're on their property, should we say. I had stickers on my phone, well so did everyone else, so you physically can't take photos or videos, and I can imagine if you do, you'll be on the first plane back home. You have to respect that they're a business and they're kind of working on top secret tech and new cars that they don't want their competitors to know about. But while I was there, I've never seen so many camouflage cars in my life. I kid you not. Every 30 seconds there was a camouflage car going by with various different elements, and this is the kind of camo where you don't really know what it is, but you can kind of tell what the shape is. There's a lot of stuff potentially coming, so I'm talking like facelifts and that sort of thing, but one thing that did stick out for me was on the CLA. You know how the headlights now have this new star kind of projection on the front? I did see a bit of that when I was there having a look at the CLA drivetrains. So some of these tail lights do have this new star design, a bit like on the E-Class when I reviewed that just down the road. That will be interesting, because Mercedes-Benz, well, they love to put stars on the front of their grills, and yeah, there's going to be some more potentially in the headlights, so only time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. And then another one, I actually received an email recently with high performance and electric Mercedes-AMG SUV and 4-door coupe start testing. Sounds interesting. I'm not sure if this is the CLA because we've already seen this, so this kind of makes me think it might be something else. But again, if I hear anything more, of course, I will potentially make some posts on Instagram. So if you're not following me on there, follow me on that link down below on Instagram. And of course, if it's worthy of a review, I'll make sure I do a long form video on YouTube for everyone here. And then finally, facelifts. Now, for those of you that don't know, with facelifts and new model launches and things like that, car manufacturers, when they bring out a new car, so take like the CLE for example, that came out a year ago, they actually run with that model for 6 to 7 years. That's what pretty much all car manufacturers do. But they do have a facelift usually halfway in between, about 3-4 years usually, and then they bring out a new model, then it's a facelift, new model, facelift, if they keep the model going for that long. Now, why is this important? Well, we can kind of roughly, really roughly, predict what Mercedes are going to bring out next year, maybe the year after. This is where we're clutching at straws going on 2026. So all you've got to do is look back 3-4 years and see what models came out. So we've got things like the Mercedes EQE, or the EQS, or the C-Class, or GLE, GLS, and even GLC. These could all potentially have a facelift as such. These just would be very minor updates, but these could all have an update soon. I don't know whether it will be next year or the year after, but again, I'll keep you guys in the loop as well. But guys, thank you so much for everything, and special thank you as well to the people who watched the future of this channel video that I did recently. All the comments on there are just absolutely amazing, and it's amazing to see you guys support me to continue to make videos like this. And I think someone is probably ready for his walk. I think you are. Come on. But guys, thank you so much for everything. Have an awesome Christmas. Yes? Have an awesome Christmas, guys. Have an awesome New Year, and I'll see you in 2025.